Hello, welcome back again to my channel.
So if you're finding your corset difficult, I want to give you a method. This is a new method, okay? So I decided to share it with my with the class. Okay, so these are the items I'll be needing. I have my chalk, I have my glue gum, I have a breast cup. You need a breast cup of the size you're working with. Okay, I have my pin, my tape, ruler, scissors, and also the fabric. Okay, so we're going to start cutting. Like I said, it's going to be a bustier, and then I'll turn it into a what? Into a corset. So I folded my material, my fabric into two. Okay, I folded it. Okay, I'm not making this for anyone, just that I wanted us to gain from what I know. Okay, so this is the leftover fabric I'll be using to what? To draft out this pattern and what? The sewing. So it's not for anybody. Okay, so right now, the measurement I'm working with right now this measurement. The shoulder is 15 inches. The bust I'm working with is 34. The underbust is 29. Sorry, the underbust length also I'm working with is 13. Okay, so right now we are going to start. So for a bust of 34, the nipple to nipple I'm working with is 3.5 inches. I know you're wondering how I got 3.5. I have a video on how to make a basic body pattern. Okay, so there I explain different sizes of bust and the nipple to nipple sizes you should use. I'm going to put the link below so you can go and watch it. I also have a video on how to draft this bustier, so I won't be dwelling much on the bustier, but if you can grab, no problem. But I'm still going to put the link on how to draft a bustier, okay, so that you go and watch it. So right now I am going to take my nipple to nipple measurement. The nipple to nipple measurement I'm working with is 3.5. And so this is beginners friendly. If you've been looking for a way to make a corset a long time, I think this video is for you. It will look very so perfect. And mind you, if you are making this kind of corset, make sure the cup you are using is the size of what you're making. Let's say the bust size I have here is 34, so the cup size is also 34. So please don't forget that. So now I have my nipple to nipple line. Now you're going to minus. Let me make it straight. Let's just draft a starting point so that the line will be straight. Now you're going to take off your off shoulder, okay, because it's an off shoulder. I think 7. Let's use 7 inches. You can see 7 inches. The bust point I'm working with is 10. Then the underbust I'm working with is 13. I'll be adding 3 inches for my waistline. That's the band line. 1, 2, 3. Then I'll add extra 1 inch for my allowance. So I want it to have a basque, okay? You can decide to end it here or you add it back. So I'll be using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, then extra 1 inch or half inch, okay? So I'm using 5 inch for the basque line. So just draw our lines. So okay, so I'm going to come at the underbust. So this is the underbust. I'll take 1.5 inch around here, and then here I'll take 1 inch. So I'll connect it to meet the back line and also the underbust. This is the waistline, so just take 1 inch there to meet the underbust, and this is also meeting here too. Okay, so I'm going to connect the bust here. So I'm connecting it now. Okay, let me go again. This is the bust point. This is the underbust UB. Then this is the waistline. Then this is the bust line. So don't forget that. The bust point, the underbust, the waistline, and the bust line. So now I'm going to connect these two. I'll take 1.5 here, and then here I'll take 1 inch. So we are still going to connect. So just try and smoothing all the lines. So for my neck opening, remember we removed 7 inches, so I'll just take 1 inch for the neck open. Okay, let's go with 8.5. So from here I'll connect it into the armhole. So I'll be taking my armhole at 8 inches, which is here, and the shoulder I'm working with is 15. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Okay, so I took out 2 inches darts from here, 2.5 darts. So I'll put back the 2.5 darts. So I'll connect my armhole here. So from there I will also connect this. Sorry, I need to use this. So let me just cut it out so that you understand it more. Let me cut it out. Okay, so we're going to continue. Now the bust I'm working with is 34 divided by 4, we have 8.5. So I'll just add 2 inches for my allowance. And then the other bust I'm working with is 29 divided by 4. So I have 7.25 as my underbust. I'll add 2 inches for my allowance. Then this dart we took out from here, I'm going to add it back. Remember to add back your dart. And then with the highest measurement, I'll just take it to meet the armhole. So from there I'll just give a small curve there. Okay, so we've taken the armhole, just take it up. I'll just take it up. Then remember we have a back. We have backs there. So I'm going to connect my backs line. I'll allow it to meet this point here. So we connect it. So I'll just cut it off. So this is I've grabbed myself a new fresh fabric. So we've gotten out the back. Now you can decide to put your 2 inches for zipper allowance, or you put a loop. Okay, if you're putting a loop, what you have to do is this: you forget about the 2 inches allowance and also minus 2 inches, depending on what you want to use. So I want a zipper for this. Okay, like I said, I am using this to teach you. Okay, I'm not actually making it for anyone. Okay, I just want you to understand how to make this kind of corset. So I am going to put, let's say I'm using 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So to cut out the back side, Just watch what I'm going to do right now. Just put the neck part. And because it's a basque, remember the back is not going to have a basque, so I'll just fold from that half, my half length. That's the underbust. I'll fold from there and I'll cut from here, because I don't want the back to have a basque, so to have basque. So I'll just cut from here. So this is it. So right now I'll just open up the back, the front. So from the that first initial line, you just go through there. So from the back now, we'll open up here. This is for the zipper side. And then I'll set this aside. And then I'll open up this one. Okay, so also I'll open up this. So this is it. This is for the front, and then this is for the back. So right now I'll just go and add a light interfacing to this. I'll be using a light facing, okay? So I'm using this light stay, the paper stay. I decided to use the lightest, okay? So I'm using this. So I'll place this and also place the second one. Like I said, I'll double it. So I'll just use my pin to hold it together. One good thing about stays is that you can decide to try so many of them out, okay? If you're a fashion designer, a tailor, whichever one you are, and you've not tried some of all those things, I think you should start trying them out so that you see the one that worked best for you, okay? So always try them out so that you have a perfect one that works best for you. Because I'll be using a cup, that's why I'm using this. Because I'm using the what? A cup. That breast cup. The breast cup is going to give us a guideline on where to what? Where to stitch. So I'll place this too. And then I'll just go and give it a hot press. And then we'll come back. We'll iron it and we'll come back. I'm going to iron it and then we'll come back and continue. I've gone ahead to iron them on it, okay? So just remove the pin. Right now I'll take it to the sewing machine and then we'll stitch together. I will bring it back, then I'll come back to show you how to insert your cup and sew it to become a what? A corset. So let's go to the machine now and join them together. Then we'll come back. So I'm going to start join from the down area. Notch. Which is here, notch there, and also notch here. So I am going to place this, since the bust is usually fuller around this area. I think I should, let's come in here from the notch place. We'll come in by 1/2 inch, okay, and here too 1/2 inch. So after the notch, come in by 1/2 inch. Come in by 1/2 inch. You can see immediately after the notch, come in by 1/2 inch, and then this the same thing after the notch, because the bust is usually fuller around this area. So you're going to come in by 1/2 inch here too. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Now you can decide to put a bust tightening to this if you want. That's on the cup, the breast cup. So I've inserted this. Just try and make sure it's perfect on this area. Okay, so once we are through with this, I'm going to also insert this 1 inch around there. Okay, your cleavage allowance 1 inch, or you can decide to bring it closer, but I don't want it closer, I want it 1 inch separate. Okay, so you can see. So let's see how it's looking here, so we can adjust and amend. So once we are through with this, once you've done this, I'm going to use go ahead right now and use my hook gum to hold it together so that I can be able to sew it well. Can I use another kind of gum, like what's it calling it, the candle gum? Please, I think you should use the hook gum, okay, or use the B6000 kind of gum. Okay, I think that's one will be very perfect. So don't use the candle gum, because if you use the candle gum, sometimes if it mistakenly touches around this area, you won't be able to sew it on your machine. Your machine won't be able to sew it. Okay, so it will keep you frustrated. So please do not use your so I'll just follow the line. Just follow this line. So I have successfully attached the first one. So you can see I decided to use a white thread so that you see how it's looking. Okay, so once I'm done with this, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to stitch on this. Just try it out. It's an easy way of making a corset without all the wahala of corset. So once we are done with this, I'm going to trim the center very well. So let's trim together. Make sure they are equal and then you trim. So let's start from here. We'll make sure there's a little inch to do your turn up, okay? So I'm going to top stitch on it again. This is it. Just try them out. So right now you can just put your boning channels and all that, and you can put your boning here, and anywhere you want it to be. So this is our corset, and the corset is what is ready. Just go ahead and put your boning and all that. I hope this tutorial was very helpful. So if it was helpful, give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe. Share also with your soulmate. I'm sure there are some of your soulmate that say finding how to make corset difficult. This one is a very easy one, very easy. Okay, just follow the step and make yours look more lovelier than this. Like I said, you can just put your boning channels, okay, your boning here, there, and just rock it anywhere and anyhow you want. I said, okay, I'm going to see you again in my next class. Bye.